Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. This is Gray's Guitars. Thank you for watching. So today we're going to be talking about the Gibson ES-335. We have some custom colors. So we got some custom colors with the Les Pauls. We got some custom colors with the SGs. Now it is time for the 335. And I'm hoping that this custom color trend continues to the other models. You know, the Flying V, the Firebird, the Explorer, maybe the Theodore as well. Maybe the Thunderbird bases, the EB bases as well. We'll have to wait and see. But we have 8 different colors total here. So we'll start with the plain tops. We have a gold top, a watermelon, a spearmint, and an ocean blue. And then going into the figure tops, which the figure top is unfortunately going to cost you an extra $500. Keep that in mind. The figure top also, which is interesting, they are not dots. So the plain tops are dots for the inlays. The figure tops have the small block inlays. So that's something different too. We have a water perimeter, a moonburst, which is kind of neat. Blood moonburst, a deep ocean blue, and honey amber. I do really like the honey amber color, but $4,000 is steep. I mean, even $3,500 is steep. Let's be honest. But this is something where I would say maybe one of the rarer colors. It's kind of hard to tell which is going to be. You don't see, you do see red and blue 335s pretty easily in different colors, you know, transparencies. The spearmint and the gold top, I would say, are probably going to be the rarer of the models. And then in terms of the figure top, I would say probably the blood moonburst and maybe the honey amber would be the rarer ones. But with Gibson, if anything is a different color outside of a plain color, you know, a cherry sunburst or something, and then eventually they will discontinue it sooner or later. You know, they'll keep selling them until they get rid of all of them. But eventually they are going to sell out of them. And then in the future, might be worth some good money. I mean, you might be able to get one of these used or find them in the demo shop or something. What's interesting about the plain top for the gold top is the back is black. Like I thought it would be like a natural. It is just back and sides are solid black. That's something different. Let's go ahead and take a look at the specs. I'm just kind of curious. These are both going to be your typical, you know, your maple poplar, maple sandwich, spruce bracing. Got the nitro. The neck is probably mahogany, I am guessing. Yep, rosewood fretboard mahogany. Yep. Typical scale length. Hardware, looks like we got nickel, ABR 2-pneumatic bridge. So I am curious if the electronics are any different. Looks like we have a calibrated T-type rhythm and a calibrated T-type lead. You're going to have your 2 tones and your 2 volumes, I guess hand-wired, 500K pots. Orange drop capacitors are always good. Looks like you do get a hard shell case, thankfully. And some general Gibson accessories. I'm actually curious if any of the other plain tops are like that. Honestly, not a big fan of the watermelon. I think they did this on the SGs a while back. But you got the bound fingerboard, bound body, Cluson tuners. I think they purposely put the later tuners on these things too. There's your spearmint. How do I get out of this? There we go. Yeah, the spearmint's a little bit of a darker green. And let's go ahead and take a look at the ocean color. Oh, that's different. Okay, so if you're going for the ocean blue, they opted to leave the neck natural, which is interesting. So they're definitely doing some special appointments, probably to stand out from the crowd. So I guess with the plain tops, even pretty much any of these, you know, I mean, these two, I would say maybe the watermelon and the spearmint are the most plain models, if you will, because they're doing neck, body, same color. With the gold top, you got it all black back and sides, and then you got the natural neck on the ocean blue. Let's take a look at the ocean water here. What is going on there? Might have to make that. Why is the back of the neck green? What the heck? Oh, I bet you I know what this is. Let's go back to that one image. Let's make this bigger. Okay. This is always an interesting phenomenon when you see it. So it's actually the same exact color. So it doesn't look like it, but because they're using a mahogany neck on this, it appears mahogany is darker than maple. So it appears significantly darker on the neck and almost gives it a tealish green hue where you get the actual color on the body. That is kind of funny. Yeah, you don't see a lot of those. They do pop up here and there, but that's pretty interesting too. I'm curious if these also have the same electronics. Yep, calibrated T-type rhythm, calibrated T-type lead. So, I mean, your flame tops are always going to be more expensive just because it's a better piece of wood. That's what it comes down to. I am a little, okay, I'm slightly disappointed with the Blood Moon burst, being they went for the solid black neck. You do get the burst on, you do get the perimeter burst though on the sides, which is always neat. Then we'll go ahead and move on to the figured custom color Deep Ocean burst. And yep, actually with this one they did the same thing. They went ahead, well, which is kind of interesting because the other blue one, they were like, okay, let's just make the neck the same color, and then it looks kind of weird. This one, yet again, we are going for an all black neck. What do they call, out of curious, what do they call the inlays on this thing? Does it tell us? Acrylic small block. Okay. Yeah, so that seems to be the only, I mean, outside of the flame top and back, obviously, the only major difference, as I said, is you got flame top. So basically what you're paying that $500 for is the flame top and back and the block inlays. That's your difference. And then the amber here, it looks like they'd show, I would have preferred amber on the neck with this too. But they decided to go natural with the amber model. I mean, honestly, what would have been an interesting spec is if they went with a maple neck. I know a lot of Gibson fans love the mahogany neck, me including. There's nothing wrong with the mahogany neck. Maple neck, there's nothing wrong with a maple neck either. I've played a lot of Fenders, a lot of Squiers, a lot of Epiphones, a lot of Gibsons, Ibanez, Jackson. You know, I've played my fair share of guitars, and but they're both perfectly fine woods. In terms of aesthetics, maybe you want the color of the mahogany versus the color of the maple, but if it's a plain guitar, it's kind of like, yeah, who cares, like this, plain guitar. This one might be why they didn't paint the neck. Maybe the color was too wonky with the blue, versus the plain, because this is maple. It is still a maple. It's not a flame maple top, but it's still a maple top. Do we get the... I'm curious. I don't think we do. I was curious if we got the F-hole binding on these two, but no. No F-hole binding. So, I mean, cool colors. I think these are going to be worth something in the future. I typically wait and buy used if I see one of these popped up on the used market for under $3,000. Might be worth it. If you need to have it new, by all means, go for it. But it's nice to see, Gibson actually doing some nice colors. So let's go ahead and go to the ES line. And yeah, most of the time, I mean, I guess they got the dark purple burst still. But I feel like with the ES guitars, I see a lot of reds. I see a lot of blacks. I feel like those are kind of the main two colors. Maybe walnut once in a while. You got dark walnut there too. Just scrolling down here, but I feel like I see a lot of reds. Tobacco burst too pops up. That's the ES-335 though. They got the Supremes as well. I mean, I think they have done blueberry burst on these things a couple of times. That's neat. Not $8,000 neat, but that is neat. But yeah, so really nothing much to say. They're, as I said, they're virtually identical. The only difference is going to be flame maple tops and inlays. So, is that worth an extra $500? To me, I think I would say yes, being that I just really like this amber color. I think my favorites out of the figured is the amber, and probably my favorites out of the plain is the gold top, because you don't see a gold top 335 that often. It's not something that pops up very often. I feel like that might be something that may be worth something good in the future. But who knows? Only time will tell. Till next time, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, share, comment down below what you want to see for future music, guitar-related content. Future videos, I'm trying to think. I have a pedal I need to demo at some point. I got a Golden Plexi 2. I've been sick like the entire month of January, as some of you may know. I've mentioned that in a couple videos. Finally done with the antibiotics, feeling pretty decent, so it may be time to record a couple of demos. You know, I don't want to record a demo if I'm coughing through through the entire thing. I don't even like recording videos when I'm coughing through the entire thing, but I power through. Anyway, then I have the Yamaha acoustic I need to do a demo of at some point as well. And then I also have a Roland Microcube. So I have three newer gear related things. I also do have the original Plexi that I did a demo of a long time ago. I may do an A/B comparison between the Plexi 1 and the Plexi 2. So that may be two separate videos. You know, see if it's worth it if you already have the one to buy the two, or just stay with what you got. You know, I think there's just some subtle differences. But until next time, thanks for watching, and as always, have a good one.